Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in. For those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Rob. I am the content creator, photographer, and videographer for Long Island Sounds. For my pilot interview, I have chosen Long Island's very own Rob Armstrong. Rob, thank you for taking the time from your busy schedule to record this pilot interview for Long Island Sounds. Before we dig in, why don't you tell us how you got started in concert photography? Um, I got my first start when I was working for the Seneca Niagara Casino out in Niagara Falls. And as the story goes, we had Renegade Creation come in. I talked to Mike Landau after the show, and he had given me his email address, so I sent him some photos. And about a week or so later, he called me up and he said that he really liked one of the images, and he asked if he could use that for his upcoming CD, which of course I said yeah, and I'm not going to say no. But got a contract from Mike Barney from Shrapnel Records, and that's how I actually got started. So it was a very cool experience. I wasn't sure where I was going to go with that, but I'm glad it went in a direction that it did. And I started shooting shows here and there. But then, as it happened, I moved out here, and I actually got in touch with Michael. He said he was going to be playing at the Iridium, and he told me to come out. So I grabbed my camera, went out and shot the show, and got to meet a couple of the other photographers, and I got to meet the owner. And he said, anytime you want to come to the show, just no problem. So I did that, and then I started getting into more clubs around here. 89 North, Mulcahy's, Amityville Music Hall. Revolutions was still open at the time, and I started shooting at the Suffolk. I went to Suffolk, and then I kind of, just for shits and giggles, I reached out to Judas Priest, and they let me be their tour photographer for the Nassau Coliseum, and that kind of opened up the door. I reached out to another online magazine, and they gave me permission to shoot Peter Frampton's show at Madison Square Garden. So I'm building my portfolio, and I got enough exposure, experience that I could actually put a portfolio together and start putting that out. So people were actually seeing that I was something serious about my photography. So it kind of all went in that direction. So that's basically in a nutshell how I got started with concert photography. Thank you for that bit of history about yourself. Where do you see Long Island Sounds going? And tell us, please, how did you come about this video? Well, to be perfectly honest with you, a friend of mine reached out to me and asked if I could do a photo shoot for them, and just grabbed my camera, didn't know what really to expect. It wasn't really emphasized that I'd be shooting video. And as it happened, the producer asked if my camera shot video or if I shot video, and I said yeah. But the fact of the matter is that was the very first time I ever used my photographer camera as a video camera, and just so happened that it worked out. I brought all the footage home and slapped it all together. We did a couple of interviews, we did a couple of promo spots, and like I said, I had no clue that I was actually going to be doing video, but the reception was great, the response was great, and it kind of put a fire under my ass to actually say, hey, if I can't be doing just photography anymore. I need to expand and get into video. So that's how that came about. So that's what prompted you? Pretty much, yeah. I mean, that's what I see a lot of people doing, and again, if it wasn't for them asking me if I did video, then I don't want to be left, you know, on the wayside, not doing video, be the only guy that's not doing video. So, you know, I can, I've got a 3 camera setup, and I got a lighting kit. So, yeah, if anybody's out there that wants video, you know, I got the equipment. It's, you know, it's not your professional setup. It's not, you know, I don't have a studio, so I mean it's a simple bare bones system that it does the trick. If you know, if I'm just sitting here with somebody, and I can make it happen. So there you have it, folks. I'd like to thank Rob for being my first guest on this pilot episode.